Ladies and gentlemen, I stand before you today to share a powerful truth about relationships, respect, and the value you bring to this world. You see, we all want to be loved, appreciated, and valued, but what we don't realize is that sometimes the best way to earn that respect is by stepping back and allowing others to miss you. There is a profound and often overlooked truth in life. Absence is one of the most powerful tools you have in shaping how people perceive you and your value. When you are always accessible, always present, and always giving of yourself, it's easy for others to take you for granted. They begin to expect it. They assume that you will always be there, always available to cater to their needs, always ready to offer your time, attention, and energy. But here's the catch. When you're always there, you're rarely noticed. Absence doesn't mean you disappear or neglect relationships. It's about creating space for others to appreciate what they have. It's about giving them the opportunity to recognize the value you bring to the table, something they may have overlooked when you were constantly in their presence. The power of absence lies in the fact that people only truly realize what they had when it's no longer there. Think about it. When you're constantly around, there's no room for reflection. But when you step back, even momentarily, it forces others to notice. It creates an awareness in them that they may not have had before. It makes them realize how much you contribute, how much they depend on your presence, your insights, your energy, your support. Absence brings about a shift in perspective. It allows others to see things differently, often for the first time, and that can make all the difference. It's also important to recognize that this absence doesn't have to be dramatic or permanent. It's not about cutting people off or becoming cold and distant. It's about giving yourself the freedom to prioritize your needs, your growth, your well-being, and your own personal space. It's about creating a balance where your presence is a choice, not a default. When you do this, the people who truly value you will appreciate you more. They'll respect you more. They'll realize the significance of your presence in their lives because they've experienced life without it. Absence, when used intentionally, can also serve as a powerful form of self-respect. It signals to others that your time and energy are not to be taken lightly. By stepping back, you're saying, I am not always available. And that makes my time even more valuable when I choose to give it to you. It reminds others that you have standards, that you are someone who cannot be overlooked or taken for granted. Moreover, absence allows for a deeper appreciation of your uniqueness. In a world that often moves at a frantic pace, we sometimes forget to pause and reflect on what matters most. Stepping back gives people the space to realize what it is about you that makes you irreplaceable. When you're not constantly in front of them, they begin to recognize your qualities, your strengths, and the contributions you make that might otherwise go unnoticed. The power of absence is not just about making people miss you. It's about giving them the chance to understand your true value in their lives. And when they understand that, they will see you differently, respect you more, and appreciate you like never before. Understanding your own self-worth is the foundation upon which everything else in life should be built. Without it, you will constantly seek validation from others, allowing them to define your value instead of you defining it for yourself. Your self-worth is not determined by the opinions of others or by how much you can give to them, but by how you see yourself, by the standards you set, and by the way you honor your own needs and desires. Self-worth is not about arrogance or pride. It's about knowing deep down that you are worthy of respect, love, and fulfillment. When you truly believe in your value, you no longer feel the need to prove yourself to anyone. You don't have to chase approval, and you don't have to overextend yourself to win people's affection. Your worth is inherent, and you don't have to prove it constantly. Once you've established a strong sense of self-worth, you will naturally begin to set boundaries that protect it. Boundaries are a powerful tool for maintaining your emotional health and integrity. They are not walls to keep people out, but rather guidelines for how you expect to be treated. Without boundaries, you allow others to impose on your time, your energy, and your emotions. And over time, this leads to burnout and resentment. When you set boundaries, you're teaching others how to treat you. You're showing them that your time, your energy, and your presence are valuable. Boundaries are a form of self-respect, and when you respect yourself, others will follow suit. Boundaries communicate that you cannot be taken for granted. They say, I am worthy of being treated well, and I will not tolerate behavior that diminishes my value. Setting boundaries also means saying no when necessary, even when it's difficult. It's not about being rude or rejecting others. It's about taking care of yourself. When you say no to something that doesn't align with your values or needs, you are saying yes to yourself. You're asserting that your peace, your time, and your well-being matter just as much as anyone else's. People who lack self-worth often struggle with boundaries because they fear conflict or rejection. They believe that saying no will lead to people leaving them or thinking less of them. But in reality, true self-worth comes from knowing that you can be loved, respected, and appreciated even when you don't bend to the will of others. Setting boundaries allows you to preserve your energy, focus on your own growth, and create the space needed for genuine relationships to flourish. Healthy boundaries also enable you to prioritize the things that matter most to you. Your personal goals, your passions, your mental and emotional health. Without boundaries, you can easily become consumed by the demands of others, losing sight of your own path. But when you know your worth, you are able to protect what's important to you and ensure that your needs are met before you give to others. In this way, boundaries are not selfish. They are necessary. They are a reflection of how much you value yourself. And when you begin to enforce your boundaries, you will notice a shift, not just in how others treat you, but in how you treat yourself. You will no longer allow people or situations to drain you because you will have the courage to say no when something doesn't align with your values or your purpose. You will stop sacrificing your own happiness and well-being for the sake of others. When you build a life grounded in self-worth and healthy boundaries, you will attract the people and opportunities that truly value you for who you are. The law of attraction is a powerful principle that teaches us that what we focus on, we attract into our lives. It's not just about wishing for something or hoping that things will fall into place. It's about aligning your thoughts, energy, and actions with the kind of life you want to create. This law works on the premise that like attracts like. The energy you put out into the world is the energy you invite back. At the heart of the law of attraction is the understanding that your mindset and beliefs shape your reality. If you constantly focus on lack, fear, and negativity, you are sending out an energy that attracts more of the same. On the other hand, if you focus on abundance, gratitude, and positive outcomes, you will begin to draw those things into your life. The energy you hold within yourself is what resonates with the universe, and it responds accordingly. But the law of attraction isn't just about wishful thinking. It's about a mindset shift. It's about cultivating a deep belief that you deserve the best that life has to offer and that the universe is abundant. When you align your mindset with abundance, your actions follow suit. You begin to take steps toward your goals with confidence and clarity, and the right people, opportunities, and circumstances begin to appear to support you. The law doesn't work in isolation. It works in partnership with your intentions, your actions, and your personal growth. You must first believe that what you want is possible for you. The universe doesn't respond to doubts or limiting beliefs. It responds to confidence, trust, and the energy you radiate. When you feel worthy of success, when you believe that good things are meant for you, you send out a signal that tells the universe, I am ready to receive. One of the keys to harnessing the law of attraction is understanding that it's not about waiting for the universe to act first. It's about taking action yourself. The law works best when you are in motion, actively pursuing your goals and dreams. It's not enough to simply think about what you want. You must also take consistent steps toward it. The universe responds to your energy, but it also responds to your actions. The more you move toward what you want, the more the universe aligns with your efforts. This law also emphasizes the importance of gratitude. When you're grateful for what you have, you are vibrating at a frequency that attracts more things to be grateful for. Gratitude shifts your energy from a state of lack to a state of abundance. When you appreciate the good in your life, even in small ways, you open the door for more opportunities to flow in. Gratitude is the key that keeps your energy aligned with what you desire. It's important to remember that the law of attraction is not just about attracting material things or outcomes. It's about attracting the right energy, the right people, and the right circumstances into your life. As you raise your own vibration by focusing on your growth, surrounding yourself with positive influences, and living in alignment with your values, you begin to magnetize the people and opportunities that are in harmony with your goals. But the law of attraction is also about being in tune with your inner self. It's not just about attracting what you want externally, but also about cultivating a deep sense of fulfillment and peace within. When you feel at peace with who you are, when you operate from a place of confidence and self-love, you send out an energy that naturally attracts the things that are aligned with your highest good. Ultimately, the law of attraction is about understanding that you have the power to shape your reality. The universe is not working against you, it's working with you, responding to the energy you radiate. The more you believe in your potential, the more you act with purpose, and the more you maintain a positive and abundant mindset, the more the world will reflect those beliefs back to you. It's not magic, it's a natural law of energy, attraction, and alignment. And when you master it, you will find that the life you desire is already within your reach. Strategic timing is one of the most underappreciated and powerful tools you can use to elevate your life, career, and relationships. It's not just about doing the right things, it's about doing them at the right time. Many people focus solely on taking action. But it's not just the action itself that matters. It's when you take that action, the timing behind it, that can determine whether your efforts lead to success or struggle. Timing is everything. Think about it. There are moments in life when a simple decision or action executed at just the right time can change the entire trajectory of your journey. The same can be said for relationships. You don't always have to be available, constantly responding to people's needs or desires. Sometimes stepping back, allowing for some space, and choosing the right moment to re-engage can create a much deeper and more meaningful connection. In the world of relationships, whether personal or professional, timing can often be more significant than the action itself. In business and career, timing plays a critical role in determining success. You could have the best product, the most innovative idea, or the most compelling pitch. But if you don't launch at the right time, when the market is ready for it, your efforts may not yield the desired results. On the flip side, if you launch too early, you might not have the resources, the demand, or the attention needed to make it successful. Strategic timing involves understanding the environment, the readiness of your audience, and the perfect moment to act. When it comes to growth and personal development, strategic timing means knowing when to push forward and when to pull back. We live in a world that constantly urges us to go faster, achieve more, and hustle harder. But true progress often requires slowing down to reflect, recalibrate, and plan. It's not about rushing toward the finish line, it's about pacing yourself, understanding the moments when you need to accelerate and when you need to pause. Every step you take should feel intentional, not impulsive. Timing gives you the ability to assess your situation and act in a way that is deliberate and purposeful. This sense of timing is critical for navigating challenges and setbacks. In moments of difficulty, it's easy to react impulsively, driven by frustration or fear. But the people who succeed in overcoming adversity are often those who understand the value of waiting for the right opportunity to act. Strategic timing is about patience and restraint, waiting for the right moment to take decisive action rather than rushing in prematurely or allowing emotions to cloud judgment. It's about trusting that timing will reveal the best course of action, and when that moment comes, you will be ready to act with clarity and confidence. In relationships, whether with friends, family, or colleagues, timing can be the difference between connection and disconnection. If you constantly make yourself available without considering the timing, you can inadvertently devalue your presence. By taking a step back, giving others space, and choosing the right moments to engage, you make your time and attention more valuable. Strategic timing helps maintain balance and boundaries in relationships, ensuring that your interactions are meaningful and not just driven by habit or obligation. It's also important to recognize that strategic timing requires self-awareness. It's about knowing your own limits and recognizing when you're ready to take on new challenges or when you need to step back and recharge. Being attuned to your own needs and limitations allows you to time your actions for maximum impact. Strategic timing isn't about waiting for things to happen. It's about setting yourself up for success by recognizing when the time is right to take action and when it's best to pause, reflect, and prepare. When you harness the power of strategic timing, you align yourself with the natural flow of life and opportunities rather than fighting against it. You begin to see the rhythm of your journey, and with that, you make choices that lead to lasting, meaningful success. Creating a legacy of respect is one of the most powerful ways to leave a lasting impact on the world. It's not just about what you accomplish during your life, but about how you make others feel and how you are remembered. Respect is one of the most valuable currencies you can have. It's built not through fleeting actions, but through consistent behavior, integrity, and the way you treat others over time. A legacy of respect is not something you can demand. It is something that you earn by living in a way that commands admiration and earns the trust of others. At the heart of creating a legacy of respect is authenticity. When you are true to yourself, you naturally align with your values, and those around you begin to recognize the strength in your character. Authenticity is magnetic. It draws people in because they feel your genuine intentions. When you act in accordance with your principles, regardless of external pressures or popular opinion, you show others that your words and actions are grounded in integrity. This type of consistency builds respect because it creates a sense of trust. People know that what you say is what you mean, and what you promise is what you deliver. When your actions align with your values, you create a foundation for others to trust and respect you. Another critical component of building a legacy of respect is showing up for others. It's easy to respect someone who is always there, ready to lend a hand, listen, or offer support when needed. But respect isn't just about showing up in good times. It's about showing up during the hard times as well. It's about being reliable, dependable, and consistent. Respect is earned when people know they can count on you, when they know you will be present no matter the circumstances. In relationships, whether personal or professional, your consistency in showing up for others during both joyous and difficult times builds a foundation of trust and admiration. Equally important is the way you treat others, especially when they can offer you nothing in return. Respect is not reserved for those who are in positions of power or influence, but for every person you encounter. How you treat those who are not in a position to help you reveals your true character. When you show kindness, patience, and dignity to all individuals, regardless of their status, you set the tone for how you want to be treated. This type of behavior creates a ripple effect, inspiring others to treat people the same way. Respect is contagious. It spreads through the way you lead by example. A legacy of respect is also built on the impact you make on others' lives. It's about the positive influence you have, not only through your actions, but through your words, your encouragement, and your willingness to uplift those around you. A person who has respect for others encourages growth, fosters confidence, and builds others up instead of tearing them down. Your respect for others should be shown through empowering them, offering support when needed, and celebrating their successes. When you treat people in a way that makes them feel valued and seen, you leave an imprint on their lives that continues to influence them long after the interaction ends. Your legacy is not defined solely by what you achieve, but by the way you inspire others to become the best version of themselves. Respect is also built on understanding the importance of boundaries. When you respect yourself, you demonstrate that to others by setting healthy limits, communicating clearly, and never allowing yourself to be treated in a way that diminishes your worth. But respecting others' boundaries is just as important. When you honor the limits, needs, and feelings of those around you, you show that you value them as individuals. Creating a legacy of respect means recognizing that people are multifaceted and complex, and their boundaries, both spoken and unspoken, should be treated with care and consideration. At its core, creating a legacy of respect means living a life that reflects honor, dignity, and consideration for others. It's about cultivating relationships that are built on trust, understanding, and mutual admiration. It's not about being perfect or flawless. It's about showing integrity in every action, no matter how small, and treating others as equals. When you live with this mindset, respect follows naturally, and the legacy you leave behind is one that will inspire and elevate those who come after you. Your reputation, your influence, and the respect you cultivate throughout your life will become a lasting part of the world you leave behind. In a world that constantly emphasizes accumulation, whether it's wealth, possessions, followers, or experiences, it can be easy to lose sight of what truly matters. The modern world often tells us that more is better, that we must always seek to have more, do more, and be more. However, true success and fulfillment are not found in the sheer volume of things we amass, but in the quality of what we choose to invest our time, energy, and resources in. Quality over quantity is a mindset that shifts the focus from the amount of things we have or do to the significance, depth, and value they bring to our lives. This principle applies to all areas of life: work, relationships, personal growth, and even material possessions. In our careers, it's easy to get caught up in the race to achieve as much as possible, to take on more responsibilities, or to climb the corporate ladder. However, what truly drives success and satisfaction is not simply how many projects or goals you can tick off your list, but how deeply you commit to the tasks at hand and the quality of your output. A few well-executed projects or accomplishments that showcase your skills and passion will always outweigh a list full of half-hearted or mediocre efforts. Quality over quantity also applies to how we choose to spend our time. In today's fast-paced world, we often feel the pressure to do as much as possible in a given day, to juggle multiple tasks and be constantly busy. Yet, the busier we are, the more we risk sacrificing the true value of our time. When we focus on quality, we learn to prioritize the things that really matter, those that bring us joy, growth, and fulfillment, rather than just filling our schedules with trivial tasks. The ability to focus on fewer, more meaningful activities allows us to devote our full attention and energy to those tasks, leading to better results, deeper satisfaction, and a greater sense of purpose. This idea is also central to the relationships we build. It's not about how many people you know or how many connections you have. It's about the quality of the relationships you cultivate. True, lasting connections are built on trust, mutual respect, and genuine emotional investment, not on superficial interactions. Focusing on quality relationships means investing time and energy into those who truly matter to you: your family, close friends, mentors, and colleagues. These relationships will nourish you in ways that numerous shallow or transactional interactions simply cannot. Quality relationships lead to emotional fulfillment, growth, and support, whereas quantity often leads to burnout and dissatisfaction. When it comes to personal growth, quality over quantity means dedicating yourself to self-improvement in a way that is deliberate and thoughtful, rather than trying to do everything at once. It's easy to fall into the trap of trying to master multiple skills, read dozens of books, or take on a wide range of interests. However, meaningful progress is made when we focus on one area at a time, when we deepen our understanding, and when we truly commit to becoming the best version of ourselves. This approach allows for more lasting and sustainable growth because it involves focusing on depth rather than surface-level accomplishments. True transformation comes from the quality of effort and attention you give to each aspect of your life, not the number of things you try to juggle. The concept of quality over quantity also plays a significant role in material possessions. We live in a consumer-driven society that encourages accumulation. The more we own, the more successful we are perceived to be. However, the joy derived from owning more things is often short-lived. In contrast, investing in fewer, higher quality items that genuinely serve a purpose in your life provides greater satisfaction and long-term value. Quality possessions are those that are built to last, serve a function, and bring you real utility or joy. By focusing on quality rather than quantity, we shift away from mindless consumption and toward a more intentional, mindful approach to how we acquire and maintain possessions. In all these areas, the core idea of quality over quantity is about being intentional and focused. It's about choosing the few things that will have the greatest positive impact on your life and dedicating yourself to them fully. By living this way, you create a life that is more meaningful, fulfilling, and aligned with your values. The impact you have, the relationships you build, and the accomplishments you achieve are far more significant when they are grounded in depth, authenticity, and quality.